Hey, good morning. What's up, YouTube? What's happening, guys? And thank you for tuning into Rules for Rebels. In today's video, I wanted to talk about yesterday's update to the merch dashboard. Yesterday, 9/12, September 12th, Amazon added a new update to the Amazon dashboard. Now, on the surface, at least to me, it seems pretty mundane. This seems like one of the less big deal updates that we've seen. Like, I thought the rollout of AMS ads to Amazon merch was like a much bigger thing and a much bigger deal and had the potential to have a much bigger effect on the merch program than something like this. But people really seem to be up in arms about this. There's two merch posts going on about it right now. RIP merch 2015 to 2018. Amazon merch 9/12. What does Amazon not want us to be successful? Like, people are really up in arms about this, and I'm a little bit kind of surprised about that. Now, essentially, and I'll be honest with you, I had a little bit of time to look into this yesterday. I'm a little bit kind of confused what this actually means, and I guess none of us actually know how it's going to play out. But essentially what it means to me is I guess I'm under the impression that, okay, so first of all, last year around Christmas, after Amazon shut down merch for the whole throttling thing, they couldn't keep up. Shortly after that, they did some change to kind of the URL structure, and we'll take a look at an Amazon merch listing and kind of show you what that looks like. But if I'm not mistaken, like, every t-shirt is going to be, let's say you have a t-shirt available in 5 sizes, and then it's also available in a variety of colors. Like, each variation of color and or size and color and size combinations is all going to have like a unique URL. So, I mean, if we go up here, this is an example of a merch shirt. It says, "I just love sea turtles." And if we look at the link, that's kind of what the link looks like. If we click black, the link format changes. If we click blue, the link format changes. If we click red, the link format changes. If we click purple, the link format changes. Let's see if we click youth and red. So, like, for a lot, when you change the color and things like that, things change. Now, the ASIN number seems to stay the same across it, but what it seems like to me is Amazon is basically, I mean, think about how many merch sellers there are. Think about how many people are in this program and how big it's growing. And then think about how many listings people have. Like just myself, and I don't necessarily even consider myself to be like a huge merch seller. I have 2,100 listings. There's people out there with 20,000 listings. It's not uncommon to have 6,000 or 8,000 listings. And then multiply that by however many hundred or thousands of merch sellers there are. And I wonder if, like, the merch catalog or the Amazon catalog as a whole is getting kind of bogged down with all these shirts, especially a lot of them being low quality shirts and things like that. So it seems to me as if Amazon's trying to kind of clean that up a little bit. I was looking for a little bit of clarification on this, or to kind of see what somebody else's read was on this situation. And normally my buddy Chris, the thrift shop hustler or reseller from Steemit, he's normally one of the first guys to get a video out about any updates, and I checked, and he didn't have one out yesterday, and as far as I know, this video I'm making right now is going to be the first video out about this topic. I know my man John Marshall tends to always watch these videos and comment on them, and he's pretty savvy with merch. So, John, buddy, if you're watching, I'd appreciate if you could drop a comment and let me know kind of what your take on this is. But that's basically all I'm reading into it, is they're changing the format. Now, I will say, if we want to get conspiracy tinfoil hat theory-ish, I will say that my old designs sell a lot better than my newer designs. And when I started looking at the dates of some of my best-selling designs, most of my best-selling designs were put up prior to December 16th, 2017. So maybe there is some truth to whatever this new link format that they instituted last Christmas. Maybe there is some truth to that not being as visible as some of the older shirts, because I will say most of my best-selling shirts were before December 16th, 2017. One other thing I'm kind of hearing a lot of it almost seems like there's kind of a little bit of what's the word I'm looking for? Some spitefulness back and forth between some of the older merch sellers and some of the newer merch sellers. I see a lot of the newer merch sellers like, yes, finally, this is going to level the playing field. And I see a lot of the older merch sellers like, oh man, screw me, right? Like, the handful of shirts I actually had selling are going to stop selling. They're letting too many idiots on the program. They're giving these people listings too quickly. It is what it is. I mean, I get where people are coming from. Like, back when I first started selling on merch, for me to get out of tier 10, I had to sell 10 shirts to go up to 25. For me to get out of tier 25, I had to sell 25. For me to get out of tier 50, I had to sell 50. And now it's like, you sell one shirt, you're at tier 25. You sell two shirts, you're at tier 100. I mean, I know people at tier 500 who've sold less than 8 shirts. So, some people are getting frustrated that the newer people have an easier time. It is what it is. I don't think it's really worth getting hung up on, but let's kind of dig into the details here. 9.12, to offer long-term product submission growth, we are migrating our product detail page URLs to a new format. T-shirts added on or after December 16th, 2017 are already published in this format, and beginning today, t-shirts published before this date will be migrated to the new format on a rolling basis over the next few months. So one thing to look on the positive side, normally when rollouts happen, good rollouts like pop sockets and everything else, they normally come to the highest tiered sellers first, and everyone's like, oh, why can't I be the first one to get the rollout? Like, this may be one of those rare cases where if you may be better off getting the rollout later if this truly is a negative thing, but it stands to be seen. One other thing I wanted to chime in with. So a lot of people are really kind of reading into, so Amazon rolls out AMS ads, and now they're doing this update, which a lot of people are thinking is going to hurt the visibility of shirts and hurt our sales. So I have seen a lot of people like, this isn't a coincidence. These things are happening back to back. They roll out ads, then they basically screw us all on visibility of our shirts. And now if you want to make any sales, you're going to have to pay Amazon. I don't know if there's any truth to that, although I will say, I mean, as soon as Amazon rolled out ads with every platform, it's benefit. The company makes more money offering ads. If they can make it easier for you to sell by paying them for ads and you're having to give some profits back, it's going to be more profitable for them. I mean, eBay started doing something similar with sponsored listings where you can give a percentage of the sale back. Okay, I'll give 5% of the sale back for visibility. If somebody else is willing to give back 20% of the sale, they're going to get even more visibility in sponsored listings. And it's kind of funny. I've been seeing a lot of stories lately where people who are like drop shipping electronics and things like that are like, they're wanting to get visibility. They're so desperate for sales. They're offering to give like 50 or 60% of their sale back. And then they actually make a sale and they realize that, oh shit, I got to pay eBay a couple $100 for this fee. Cause not only do I have the final value fee, but I'm offering to give, 50% of the sale back. And then they're wanting to cancel sales. But, I kind of knew that the rollout of AMS ads was kind of a money grab to put more money in Amazon's pocket. Is that going to make it impossible for those of us not running ads to sell? I don't know, but basically I kind of said from the very start, like, everyone's going to have to spend more money on ads. Yeah, people are going to make more money, but I think most people's pocketbooks are going to stay about the same, and any excess money they're making is just going to get kicked back to Amazon in the form of ads. So the new, let's get into kind of the specifics here. The new product detail page URL fact, and there's actually some good positive things in here, like, your sales history and everything will migrate with the listing or with the new URL. Your reviews will migrate with the URL. Your BSR score will migrate with the URL. So it's not like everything is starting from scratch. So new product detail page URL FAQ. What is changing? For t-shirts created before December 16th, 2017, we are changing both the product detail page URL format as well as the product's identification number, also known as the ASIN. Currently, these URLs look like this. Each product variation, red women's t-shirt, medium t-shirt, green men's XL t-shirt, is represented by a different ASIN. For t-shirts created on or after December 16, 2017, each product URL will look like this. So it seems like they're trying to clean it up so that they can maybe get rid of all these excessive ASINs and maybe reuse them for other listings. The ASIN is the same for all product variations, but the custom ID value is different for each variation. Starting mid-September, we will begin migrating t-shirts created in the old format to the new format and updating those product ASINs. Why are we making this change? As our community and catalog grows, this change allows us to offer higher tier limits, faster publishing and edit times, more products for you to publish, and fewer products stuck in processing. Really reading into this, but potentially, I know a lot of people, we started out with t-shirts, then we had premium t-shirts, then we had long sleeve tees, nuddies, hoodies, now pop sockets. I know a lot of people are really anxious for Amazon to start getting some other products that some of these other platforms like Redbubble and Society6 have, tank tops, phone cases, some of these other things. This could be an indication that Amazon is maybe trying to clear out some room for some of those products. So that might be a positive thing there. What will happen when a t-shirt is migrated? As each product is migrated, its status will temporarily display as processing on the manage page for up to 2 hours, during which time you will neither be able to edit or delete. Once a t-shirt is migrated, it will be published on a new URL. Will an old product page URL be redirected to a new URL? Yes, we are automatically redirecting URLs in the old format to the new format for 1 year, so those existing links will continue to work. Product details, including descriptions and purchase history, will be transferred. During the initial transition, old format links will be opened through the Amazon mobile app, may not redirect. So what kind of sucks about that, I guess, sort of good, but also kind of sucks. If you are one of the, I know a lot of people aren't doing this, but if you are one of the few people who, maybe you have an affiliate site about fantasy football, or some type of blog about fantasy football, and you link to some of your t-shirts, or you hyperlink to some of your t-shirts, hey, here's an article about the best wide receivers. Oh, by the way, if you want to buy a t-shirt for the loser of your fantasy football league, here's a cool, unicorn, I lost fantasy football. If you're linking to shirts like that for 1 year, all that work you put into creating those links, will, follow through to the new listing. After 1 year, they won't. And also it sounds like people on mobile may not be able to follow through. So I guess that kind of sucks for people who are, doing a lot of posting their things on Pinterest, who are setting up kind of niche blogs and marketing to their shirts. Kind of sucks for you. Will my reviews be transferred? Yes, all reviews placed on product pages where a fit, size, and color are selected will be transferred. A small minority of reviews made on a product where no fit, size, and color are selected will not be transferred. So, I don't really understand what that means, but looks like for the most part, reviews will be transferred. We may wind up losing out on a few reviews. I don't understand how somebody could buy a shirt without selecting a color, size, or whatever else, but I don't know, who cares? Which t-shirt color will be displayed in search results once t-shirts are migrated? The image displayed in search results will be the most popular color available for that shirt based on overall merch sales. For example, if a t-shirt is available in black, and black is the most popular choice, then a black variation will appear in search. So, I know a lot of this question gets asked a lot. People say, okay, I made a shirt in 4 colors, but I want green to be the color that's like the, what's the word I'm looking for? To be the one that actually shows up when somebody lands on the page. And if they want to look at other shirts, cool, but I want green to be the one displayed. There really is no way to select that. I don't know if this still works or not. A while back, there was some kind of hack where if you selected 5 shirt colors, the second color you selected would be the default shirt. If you selected 4 colors, the first shirt you selected. If you selected 3 colors, it was the second one. There was some kind of weird thing where if you selected the order of the shirts based on the total number of colors offered, you could, at least for a short period of time, get the shirt that you want to appear. But all these Amazon listings after a while wind up going to, if black sells the most, black's going to be the one displayed. In my experience, black sells the most. So, if you want a different color displayed, I would make a listing with just that color. But essentially that part's going to stay the same. Which products are migrated? Only t-shirts created before December 16th, 2017 are migrated. We will make a separate announcement when we migrate other products, hoodies, sweatshirts, long sleeve t-shirts, and pop sockets. And then lastly, is the new URL format compatible with Amazon Marketing Services, AMS? Yes, in order to advertise a URL in the new format, copy the ASIN, not the custom ID value from the URL. As this is the only ASIN that will successfully work for the product in the AMS dashboard, then paste it into your ASIN campaign. So, that's kind of what the change is, guys. Like I said, I'm not going to pretend to know what this means for the future of merch. This could be like one of the most mundane, non-meaningful, updates that we've ever had. It could be really nothing but a change in the URL structure. But, I guess to some extent, understandably so. People apparently did notice that the change last year around Christmas, kind of meant that their old shirts sold really well and none of their new shirts sell that well. And I'll be honest, I kind of have the same experience. For the most part, most of my shirts that are selling, when I actually dug in and looked, they are shirts from September, October, November of 2017 before this December 16th guideline. That's not to say none of my new designs sell, but I would say I have a much heavier percentage of old shirts selling than new shirts. But ultimately it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it. I don't know. I guess it'll stand to be seen, kind of how this works out. But, let me know your guys' thoughts on this. Let me know, especially John Marshall, man, if you saw this, let me know your take on this. I just kind of glanced at that. I was a little bit kind of confused what the URL structure change meant, but, overall for everyone, I'm just kind of curious to see what you think about this change. Do you think it's going to be a big deal, or is it kind of a non-event? Do you think this is going to affect sales? And if anyone has a comment on kind of whether their old shirts sell better than new shirts, or whether their shirts posted prior to December 16th, 2017 sell better and its new listing format isn't as favorable or doesn't give as much views. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this. Is this going to benefit old sellers, new sellers, whatever you want to say, drop it in the comments section below. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button below, and we'll catch you on the next one, guys. Later.